So on average, it takes me around 15 minutes to test a car for lap time and 15 minutes for top speed. So 30 minutes, give or take, because some can be longer, to get the lap time and top speed value that you see in a testing video for a single vehicle. Multiply that by the 534 vehicles that I've tested so far in the new 2024 testing series, and you're looking at around 267 hours of pure testing time. Each video will take between 3 and 6 hours to edit and record the audio for, and none of this takes into account the time required to buy and upgrade the cars, which isn't insignificant. All of this got me thinking on a stream recently how much I actually earned for my car testing from YouTube from this new series. If we took the amount of money a testing video made and divided it by the number of hours it took me to make, what would be my hourly wage? I'm going to let that clip from the stream play out here, and then I'll come back afterwards to talk about it, and more so than anything else, give a much needed thank you to all of you, but perhaps not for the reasons that you may think. I should just do back-to-back random all races forever. Because all that effort, all those hours I put into the off-road testing video, and the random all video has immediately surpassed it in views. That's how it always is with the testing videos, apart from supercars. Well, even supercars. I don't think any of them are worth my time from an income perspective. Which class should I work out my hourly wage for a testing video? Because I can realistically do that. You guys tell me the class. I'm curious. I'm really curious. Supers because everything's even worse. Supers for the best. Okay, what if we do best and worst? I won't do off-roads because that's so new. What's been the worst viewed one so far? Vans. There we go, vans. Open wheel only had 1,000 views more than vans, but there was only 4 cars in that, so the return's a lot better. So 62 supercars means about 31 hours. I'm generally going to say 4 hours on average for editing and audio and stuff like that. So when I say 31, so 30, let's say 35 hours. About $17 an hour for supercars. So that's the only, I think that's going to be the only one that's going to be anywhere close to being decent. So about $17 an hour for the supercars video, approximately. What's that in pounds? £13 an hour. What's minimum wage in the UK? $11.44 an hour. Better than minimum wage. Oh yeah, this is all before tax. That's true. This is all before tax. Yeah. Take off about 20-30% after that. And then vans is going to be, so 30 cars, that's 15 hours plus 4, so we'll say 19 hours. $93 cents an hour. That is not better than minimum wage. What's 93 cents in 72 pence an hour? 72 pence an hour. I'm really raking in the big bucks for doing YouTube. Oh, that's before tax. Yeah, let's take 20-30% off that too. Oh man. That's yeah, that's the variation. Supercars is probably the only one where it's reasonable. Because even if we look at sports, I'm curious about sports, because sports has the second highest number of views, but it also has a lot more cars. So that's a lot more time. So we got 54.5 hours. Sports took longer. Let's just round that up to 60 hours. $3.50 an hour. Summer.
What are you doing? And you get millions of subscribers, and then you just insert like little pictures of you in the thumbnails going, and then a girl with big boobs.
Big boobs in one corner, my face going in the other corner, and big arrows elsewhere.
And lots of colour.
Okay. That makes sense.
That's how you do it. That's how I do it. That's why I have 2 million.
There is the element that it used to be the case, at least, that Dorojan said earlier, of like testing videos have a different benefit in terms of bringing in new viewers. A lot of people have found me from the testing videos and then gone on to watch a lot of other stuff. So there's like a benefit to that. But that doesn't seem to happen as much with like now, either because people just don't care anymore about the speed of cars in GTA, or YouTube search algorithm is just terrible, which it seems to have gotten worse. But if you type like fastest cars GTA, my videos used to come up, but now they probably don't, or whatever. I don't, it's there's also more people doing fastest car videos that flood the algorithm, no matter whether they're good testing or bad testing. It's all still there. But I think there's a big chance that it's also because people are just not searching for that as much. People just don't really care, because GTA 6 is coming soon. Why does anybody care what the fastest van is in GTA 5? But the whole point of this testing has been more to get myself ready for the GTA 6 testing, the format, having it all ready, so I can just hit the ground running with it. And I think it's served that purpose. My problem is that I can't just do super sports, muscle sports classics and then be done with it. I have to do all the less profitable ones too, because I need to complete all of it. And now I'm going on to the really, really less profitable stuff now. If you thought vans was bad, utility, service, industrial, commercial, they're going to be horrific. I need to forget about that. I need to forget that I'm going to be earning, like, as I'm testing all these vehicles, thinking like, okay, I've just spent 3 hours testing those. I'll probably earn like £1 from that. I need to forget about that. So obviously, as you've seen, I'm nowhere close to being a millionaire. Don't get into YouTube if you want to make a lot of money. At least not until you're close to getting something like 1 million subscribers. And absolutely don't spend 40 hours making a video that will get $40 in ad revenue. At least if you're trying to do this as a job anyway, you'd be so much better off working at McDonald's. But YouTube for me started as a hobby. I was doing it in my spare time for years, making videos for basically nobody for years before that. I just enjoyed the process of making videos and publishing them to this website. I enjoyed creating the content, and I still do even now. Otherwise, as you saw in the clip, I wouldn't be making testing videos for every car in the game. Now that this is my job, it's difficult to justify working for less than $1 an hour unless that sort of hobby aspect is still somewhere in me deep down. It's, why I sometimes try to do spin-offs for the testing videos or different categorizations. For example, the fastest HSW cars video and the fastest tuners videos, they didn't require any extra testing because those lap times were already done, and the top speeds as well. Those cars were already tested in their original classes, whether it's sports, muscle, whatever. I just basically repackaged those cars into the different classes with HSW and tuners, although the editing obviously for those videos still took multiple hours. But basically just trying to get a little bit more from my time invested of actually testing the cars, because I was able to get another video out of the same cars. It's also why it sometimes takes time, like for the recent off-roads video, to get these videos out, because I can't just devote a whole work week to testing cars. I have to work it in with other things. I can't afford to just not do my streams or all the other things that everyone is used to, like random races or G-Threads. 25-minute random races give me better views and income than most testing videos that take 30 to 50 hours to make. If I did solid testing for a period of time and didn't do the normal other stuff that I normally do with Random Races GFred streams, things like that, I'd honestly not be able to afford food on that for that period of time. But that's where the main point of this video comes in. You, the person watching a video like this, are the reason that I'm able to do what I do. Everything that I talked about in that clip was considering just ad revenue on YouTube specifically. Even with all of my YouTube videos put together, not just the testing videos, I don't make enough just through YouTube ads, including premium contributions, to live. I just don't. I wouldn't be able to support myself and my family if I only had YouTube. The only reason I'm able to do all of what I do is because of you, my wonderful, amazing, supportive community. Ever since 2014, when I wanted to test the cars fully upgraded but I didn't have the in-game funds to do so and asked for donations in order to buy the shark cards to fund the new testing series, I've been able to keep going because of the generosity and support of you. The response to that call for donations in those early days was amazing to me back then, and it has only continued ever since. While this most obviously applies to those who support me across the various mechanisms that I have available for that, like the names that you see at the end of every video with Patreon supporters or YouTube members, or the paid subscribers on my Twitch streams, or those who generously donate their hard-earned money of tokens just for tokens of appreciation, it also applies to those of you who are just here consistently watching the videos or the streams. Those who are able to support me monetarily wouldn't be here doing it if the hundreds of others who can't or choose not to, which is always okay, weren't here either. Everyone plays a part, and I feel so lucky to have such support where I can quite honestly and openly say that it really is all of you, the community who choose to follow, watch and support me, that allow me to do this as my job. I don't get much from sponsorships because I won't just accept any random deal that comes my way, and ad revenue is probably lower than others because I refuse to have mid-roll ads in my videos or spam them during streams. I try to do things in a way that I feel is fair and right and what I would be happy with if I were watching. That means that most of my income comes from direct support from those of you who choose to exchange parts of your own income for merch, perks, or just general appreciation of my work. And that truly feels special to me, knowing that it's not because I can best game the system with clickbaity titles or play to algorithms with the content that I make, but because I'm doing things that you all deem worthy of your time and support. And while I do try to offer, some perks for support like early access videos on Patreon or different sounds and messages read out for donations, the primary driving force behind most of it is that you all just want to support what I do, and I can't begin to describe how special that feels, and it's never ever lost on me just how lucky I am to have all of you looking out for me in that way. So no, GTA car testing hasn't made me a lot of money, as the title of this video claims, admittedly in a rather tongue-in-cheek way. But what it has done is provide the basis for my entire livelihood up to this point. It's the starting point. It's the reason a lot of you found me, and hopefully continues to be a reason to support me above and beyond the norm. Not everything has to be measured in view counts or ad revenue. Sometimes in this business it's really easy to get lost in all those numbers, and when they're lower than what they've been previously or not as high as expected given the effort involved, as has been the case for me for a bit of time now, it's very easy to get discouraged and honestly sort of worried about the future sometimes. But I still pour my heart and soul into those GTA car testing videos, and while I may largely be at the mercy of the YouTube algorithm, I'm eternally grateful to all of you who did happen to find me through them and are willing to support me because of them. So once again, thank you. Thank you for being the reason that I'm able to do what I do. I know it's been a bit of a weird video, kind of out of nowhere, but the discussion on the stream recently just made me realise I just needed to have this said. Seriously, thank you so much for everything.